Look at a supermarket produce aisle. It is a miracle of logistics. Perfect apples, neon green broccoli, rows of identical polished carrots. It looks like progress. It looks like efficiency. But here is the secret. You are looking at a graveyard of nutrition. We were told that the Green Revolution saved the world, that by scaling up, using synthetic fertilizers, and breeding for yield, we ended hunger. And sure, we produced more calories than any one civilization in history, but there is a massive difference between filling a stomach and nourishing a body. This is the calorie trap, a systemic institutional lie that confuses quantity with quality. We have optimized the system for one thing, volume, and in the process we have accidentally started starving the people we were supposed to be feeding. To understand how we got here, we have to look at the soil, not the dirt, but the living biological engine that actually creates nutrients. In the old way, the biological way, plants forged partnerships with fungi and bacteria to mine minerals from the earth. It was slow, it was messy, and it was incredibly nutrient dense. Then came the industrial shift. We decided that nature was too slow, so we replaced the biological engine with a chemical one. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, NPK, the holy trinity of synthetic fertilizer. It works like a steroid. The plant grows huge, fast, and looks great. But it is a hollow victory. Here is the part the lobbyists hate. When you force a plant to grow at 3 times its natural speed using synthetic salts, it cannot pull minerals from the soil fast enough to keep up. The result? A plant that is large but diluted. More water, more carbohydrates, fewer micronutrients. This is not a conspiracy theory. It is documented in the literature. Studies of crops over the last 70 years show a steady decline in iron, calcium, and vitamin C. In some cases, the decline is as high as 40%. You are eating the same amount of food, but your cells are getting less. Now, the institutional response is usually, well, to just add the vitamins back in. Fortification, flour with added folic acid, milk with added vitamin D. It is the nutritional equivalent of painting a crumbling house and calling it a renovation. It ignores the root cause. Why do we do this? Because the system is not designed to feed you. It is designed to be efficient. And in the corporate world, efficiency does not mean health. It means maximum output for minimum cost. Nutrient density is an externality. It does not show up on a balance sheet. Let's talk about the genetics. We didn't just change the soil, we changed the seeds. We bred for yield and transportability. We wanted tomatoes that could survive a 1,000-mile truck ride without bruising. We got them. But we traded flavor and nutrients for the ability to be shipped in a crate. This created a dangerous feedback loop. The plants are weaker, so they need more pesticides. The soil is dead, so it needs more fertilizer. The consumer is malnourished, so they crave more sugar and salt to trigger a dopamine response that their body is missing from actual nutrients. And here is the pivot. The big lie is that this is the only way to feed 10 billion people. The institutional dogma says that without industrial monoculture, we starve. But that is a false dichotomy. It is a scare tactic used to protect $1 trillion infrastructure. What if I told you that regenerative agriculture, the stuff the industry calls boutiques or inefficient, actually produces more resilient systems? By restoring the soil biology, we can produce food that is more nutrient dense and actually captures carbon instead of pumping it into the atmosphere. The aha moment is this. Industrial efficiency is actually a massive inefficiency. We spend billions on synthetic inputs and trillions on healthcare for diet-related diseases, all to avoid the inefficiency of working with nature. We are paying a premium for a system that is killing us. So, what do we actually do? You cannot fight a systemic lie with a single organic apple. You have to change the framework. We need to stop measuring agricultural success in bushels per acre and start measuring it in nutrients per acre. That shift alone would collapse the industrial model. Listen, the system is designed to make you feel small, to make you believe that the complexity of the food chain is too much for you to understand. But the truth is simple. If the soil is dead, the food is dead. And if the food is dead, we are just waiting for the bill to come due. We have to stop pretending that calories are the same as nutrition. The moment we acknowledge that the efficiency myth is actually a health crisis, the entire institutionalized belief begins to crumble. And that is where the actual progress starts. Not with a bigger tractor, but with a healthier seed.